I think St. Joseph's is a hospital with a heart. And I say that because it has a special culture. Culture to an institution is like personality is to an individual. And when I think about the way in which people work together here to minister multidisciplinary, holistic care, and the way we work as a team, the culture of St. Joseph's Healthcare really shines through.
Just care for the residents. Do your ultimate best. Not only doing your work, but doing it with compassion and love.
There's a very caring staff here, and I think that it's reflected in the quality of the care they give.
Well, the frontline people, like nursing staff and all the other staff, they show kindness to the residents and dignity, and they try and give them the free to live philosophy, and they just carry on the way the sisters were doing for such a long time here.
You're called to love and respect each person that we meet in our daily encounters, and to preserve that respect to each and every person.
Thanks to the villa, I'm on my feet. And so with my experience, I'm giving others the benefit that I received. So it's my turn now to pay back the villa, and I'm doing it.
It doesn't matter what classification or what category you're working in, that everybody sits together, works together. It's all one big family.
I think we're all filled with tremendous pride when we go through the hallways at each one of our sites and see the incredible amount of improvements that the foundations have brought to life. Whether it's the resurrection of an entirely new building, a capital project, the purchase of much-needed medical equipment, the funding of research and academics, or programs and services to help enhance those whom we're privileged to serve. The foundation plays an integral role in all of that, and we couldn't do it without the spirit and the compassion of the Sisters of St. Joseph, guiding us and guiding each community that we serve.
As you look at the developing world, you see needs abundant. You see currently the crises in Darfur, the Middle East, Iraq, Iran.
Effort in Haiti is phenomenal in that it's a country that has great potential and that had great spiritual values, but who has had the misfortune of being mistreated socially and politically. A 22-year-old lady who had just giving birth to a child by cesarean section and was dead on the table. And we discovered there wasn't lack of oxygen. So what we did, we came back here with this and made it a project and donated to that place a system that could manufacture oxygen on site. From that moment on, we know that we have reduced the mortality rate from 30% to 10%. And that's remarkable, and this is evolving.
People are exquisitely grateful for what you bring in equipment, but they're most grateful for the fact that you bring yourself and your care and your interest. And that takes us back to our mission, because that's what we're all about. We're about preaching the Word of God in service to others.
They were always, right from the very beginning, they were known as being very competent, capable, offering compassionate, sensitive care to everybody who came to them for healthcare assistance. It didn't matter what creed, religion that they were. Everybody was welcomed to our doors. And that is part of our legacy that we want to be able to continue.
And the vision that we have received through the congregation is a gift as well as a challenge. Working in healthcare, really working in any large organization today is not easy. It is full of challenges. But I think also to understand that with the challenge come the blessing and the graces to be able to do what is asked.
And I think the legacy of the Sisters of St. Joe's can continue by keeping the same type of staff that they have right now, with kind, caring hearts. I think that's the way their legacy carries on.
I would strongly advise one to never compromise their values or integrity, to continue with the warm, wonderful, compassionate care that the nurses provide in the community.
Ensuring that patients feel that we cared for them fully and completely, body, spirit, and mind, and did so in a way where they can say, I was respected at St. Joe's.
We touch lives in a way that is just different than the rest of the world around us, and that we have to remember how all those interactions mean something to people and be cognizant of living that mission all the time.
And more in our hospitals we see that the lay people are taking up the challenge, taking up Mother Martha's dream. And I think for many people that dream is very alive for them.
If the legacy of the sisters is to perdure in health care, it has to be a legacy of reflection, vision, courage, and creativity.
Because of the sisters and the mission work and legacy that they have created, each one of our facilities has come to life. Each one of our institutions is brimming with wonderful programs and services that helps the community. On behalf of all of the patients, the staff, and the volunteers, we owe a tremendous amount of thanks to each and every one of the Sisters of St. Joseph for believing in us and for allowing us and giving us the privilege to continue their mission in all that we do, not only for our generation, but for future generations to come.
Knowing the legacy of the Sisters of St. Joseph's means for most of us who work here that we're called with a higher purpose to do the best we can, looking after the patients and the families that come into this institution. And I'm very proud to work here.